Insurance agents, let's be honest, how many times have you tried hiring a new team member or a virtual assistant and you were just unsure of what they actually knew? A lot of times VAs come to my company, AgencyAid, and they tell us, hey, I have 5 years of experience. And we run some tests and have some quizzes for them to answer where we can sift some people out that clearly just falsified their resume or whatever it may be. But a lot of times inside your agency, you have your top three carriers and you have your rater that you use, and you'd like to make sure somebody's proficient in those exact systems before they get started inside your agency. So, my team has built a new tool called QuoteSim where we try to answer and solve this exact problem. So, we built a simulator that looks exactly like the carrier and rater sites that the team member is going to be working in, and then we created some demo deck pages that we can give out that looks exactly like a real policy or a real quote. And these team members can go practice running quotes inside the carrier sites. So I'll hop over, show you what the system looks like, and we'll go from there. So here's what the site looks like. If you go to quotesim.com, it actually tells you a little bit about the site. For now, we're not that worried about it. You can schedule a call with us, or you can go to sign in. Figures mine's going to take a second whenever I'm recording. So typically it'll take you to a sign in page. You'll fill out your information. Because I'm already signed in, mine skipped that. Here's the actual dashboard. So inside your dashboard, it'll tell you how many quotes you've completed, average accuracy, show you your recent submissions, etc. But here's the pieces that are actually helpful. So you can practice running quotes inside a carrier, or you can practice running inside comparative raters. And so some of the more popular raters, EasyLinks probably being the biggest, PL Rating being the next one. But we have a few other tools you can practice quoting inside there. Or if you actually want to run inside a carrier, here's some of the carriers we have. So live right now, Progressive, NatGen, Bristol West, Nationwide, Travelers, Safeco, Geico, and we've got Allstate, Erie, and Auto Owners coming up next. So you can actually go through and practice running an auto policy in Travelers or whoever it may be. You enter the information, and this looks exactly like the carrier sites. So you can practice clicking around inside the site and you can get real experience. It's really hard to replicate and train running quotes if somebody's just watching a video or if they're just typing in basic information. And so the way that we handle it is we give all of our virtual assistants a demo policy. It looks like this. So we're going to give them a little backstory about the person, and then we give them some basic information. This is going to be the typical info that you're going to pull that goes into your AMS or your CRM, and it's simple stuff. So this is going to be name, address, phone, email, date of birth, etc. And then we've got some deck pages. So all of this information is anonymous. We changed all the names. A lot of times we'll change out addresses, etc. All the dates of birth, driver's license numbers, etc. That's all fake. We made that stuff up. The deck pages, same thing. So we took the information that we're giving the virtual assistant and we plugged this into the deck page. So it is a real declaration page, just with some of the names and information changed, so that the virtual assistant can take and actually practice running quotes on policies. So we have quotes from most of the major carriers. We've got State Farm, Allstate, Nationwide, Travelers, Cincinnati, Safeco, etc. And so the virtual assistant is going to get real world experience looking at a deck page from the carriers you're likely competing against every day. They'll learn where to gather the information that they need and then enter it into QuoteSim so that they can practice running a quote. And so at the end of this process, they're going to know exactly how to gather everything they need from various different carriers. And they also know how to run quotes inside the carrier sites and systems. And so we've got tons of different demo policies that each of our virtual assistants can practice running quotes with. And all of these proper answers are logged inside QuoteSim. So at the end, it will give accuracy percentages and then tell the virtual assistant what they got wrong and how they can improve going forward. So this should be step-by-step training for a VA on how to properly get really skilled and experienced inside carrier sites. And again, the neat piece here is if you know that you run a lot of quotes inside travelers and you use easy links for your rater, you can tell us that. We can have all of our virtual assistants practice running in both of those systems, and we can tell you who is the most proficient, who's the most accurate, which is the most important piece, and then how long do they take, who is able to run their quotes the fastest inside these sites. And this allows you to make an educated decision based on the provided data on which virtual assistant you want to go with and who's going to add the most value to your agency. So we're super excited about QuoteSim. I hope it's beneficial to you, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks.